All right. We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back for some more Europa Universalis V. We are playing as Florence once again. It's been a little while since the last stream. I've been trying to get some other stuff ahead, and there's just so many things to juggle, and I'm bad at it apparently. But we are still aiming for full Italian glory, and eventually maybe we will achieve that. I did find out where my family was from, because I have a little book that someone put together. There was? And it's from somewhere around here. It's called Gamigliano or something, which still only has like 100 people living there. So it's very small, very small. But we are in need of research. We're not very stable right now. But let's get faster construction speed, maybe? Get some master masons. Let's get some master masons. And we'd we'd looked at expanding into Pisa, but they have some allies that we don't want to mess with, unfortunately. So we might have to go through some other methods to expand, although we might need to increase our stability first. We're just not very stable. You rebel? So, I'm going to close that. What do we got going on here? What do I want you to do? Can I see your... Let's get you adminning. And our Medici, you... maybe I'll do military for you. I know you're already... I'm not sure if there's like an underlying modifier that makes them even more betterer for admin. Like, is it an overall percentage thing, so a higher base is better? I'm gonna assume that until told otherwise. And what do we got here? Yeah, this revolt has been sitting around for a while. The commoners are below 60%, which I've kind of been... Ooh, they're very unhappy right now. Here, you know what? There, you can be slightly happier. I know this still puts them in the range for that, but I do want them to be happy. I want everyone to be happy. It's not like we're even lacking in taxes that much. I'm going to try to balance those out. These ones I won't automate, because clergy tax does nothing, and burghers, I don't know if I want them to be significantly higher as well. Well, right now I think 50% is fine, so we'll just do that. Okay, good talk. Good talk. I'm just gonna let that play. Pops with needs. What are we seeing here? Well, there's the RGO builder. So, we're already doing that in some of them, right? We're expanding the farms in Florence. We got silk there. Cotton here. Okay. So, where's our trade? I'm not going to automate building. The trading, this is fully automated, and I don't want to take over for that. Okay. So, let's check our... Where is it? Where's the happiness? Not happiness, but... There we go. Diplomacy. So they love us. Food access canceled. How could they? I don't know why the music just like stops itself sometimes. I'm gonna be upset with them. All right, let's go back to terrain. I kind of like the political view a little bit better. You get just a much nicer ability to see what's going on with everyone. Though I'd like it to be. No, that actually works. I was thinking it was less of an overlay than it was, but controversial protectionist. Since our advisors started influencing the trade developments in Florence, internal trade has been strengthened at the cost of curtailed imports and increased state regulation. All right. What are we gonna get for either of these? -5 Republican tradition, which we're kind of low on, or 5 prestige. I mean, our prestige cannot take another hit. We'll stop it. Oh, I haven't really been thinking too much of that, but if I were just to, not to say I'm going to, but if I were to, that actually, it's just Siena? And, okay. Now, Siena, we get more people in against that, because that's Pistoia and Urbino. But, do you have an, oh yeah, you do actually have a navy. Good for you. You know? But I think we want Pisa in. What's the culture looking like? The markets, where is the culture? Cultures. So they're all Tuscan as well. And I'm going to be trying to get in, like, integrating people into the Tuscan culture as we get them. Because there's a few that are, like, right here. Mangona is ours, right? So, no, is it? Yeah, Mangona is ours, and we're going to be trying to make that even more Tuscan. So we're increasing control in Lucca, improving diplomatic, encouraging... Okay, I'm going to try to... Let's see, assimilate pops into our culture. Million. If we do it in Florence, then that'll get those ones. Okay. Because that's our ultimate goal, and I think we're not going to have a much better opportunity to go to war. Because I'm not going to piss off you at all, right? You're going to be fine with that. Like, all these guys, I would eventually like to just integrate through friendliness. Am I? Oh, shit. I was converting. I was trying to convert from, but I guess I misread that. Yeah, integrate to Tuscan. Oops. Yeah, I fucked up. I'll do it in that one then. That's already high enough. Okay. I can... There. I guess I couldn't switch him within the same action. I just didn't read carefully enough. Alright, no culture map. What market are we in? So, Genova and Venezia. I would potentially want to start our own market with, I don't know why it worked out well for Quill 18, but it did. So, you know. It's really powerful not understanding what's going on. Okay. I need to just not be scared. You know what? Do we have any coalitions that are unhappy with us? I don't think anyone's that unhappy with us, right? What could they... What could it... I mean, I think I'm better off not doing this, or doing this now rather than later. And, like, who cares if our naval strength is worse? We don't have the... What are they going to do? Go in a river with some boats? Couldn't be me. So, 1352, we should... Hopefully they won't make any more alliances before then. Oh. An envoy from Naples has just arrived. After a warm welcome, they have informed us of an offer to purchase Prado at not so substantial of a price. To receive a prospering neighboring republic at a small price tag is excellent. I don't have that much money. Why is King Robert here? Can I do that and go into debt? I mean, we ate... Wait, we already... But... We got what we already owned. I thought I'd at least get, like, more, because isn't that more of the same province? No? Okay. I feel ripped off. Well... Black Death in Bulganana. Disturbing news has reached us from Bulganana, which we have not actually heard of. Rats! Okay, the Black Death couldn't make it here. Okay, it's cord for... Okay, that's fine. Because I think we did control that already. Okay, so it wasn't for nothing. And... Well, what are we already... doing? We want you to like us more. Do we want to... Offer alliance... There. Because you like us a little bit. You like us... you like us more... No, you like us all as much as you can. You like us quite a bit. We don't like them as much, but I like them, and that's what matters. Which buildings are missing inputs? A beeswax market and wheat in Venice. I don't think I have RGOs for wheat anyways. Yeah, you can get wine. That's your RGO here. Oh, ignore that for now. Oh no. The bells of our churches sound the alarm as thousands of disgruntled peasants and merchants flood the streets of Florence. A significant uprising by the lower class against the ruling oligarchy, the revolt is fueled by social and economic grievances, including high taxes and poor working conditions. The Ciompi, mostly composed of wool workers and other artisans, demand political representation and better rights. The uprising threatens to potentially lead to a temporary reformation of the Florentine government unless oppressed. Lose more stability. They're all very unhappy. We have just no... Let's take a look at our estates. Like, even though they had 50% happiness, they were... where are they? Ooh, what is this? Peasants. 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 So many peasants. Rebels? No rebels. Dynasties? Haven't looked at that at all. There's so many tabs here. Okay. Burger tax, commoner tax. We're just not taxing them at all, and they're still pissed. I mean, we're making no money. What's the interest? 19... Okay, that's... Selling food for basically nothing. I'm gonna try to spend a little bit more on stability. So we can go up a little bit faster. I can only do so much about this at once just because there's no... Like, our money is not very good. What's it cost? It actually costs quite a bit to make a market. That's sad. Okay. You're all doing stuff. What can I actually... Improve opinion, form a defensive league. Could do that. But why? We were friends. They'll let us become their vassal. They will not become our vassal. Their reasons are only minus 11. Holy Roman Empire. Are because we are or they are? Okay, they're actually not that far off. And if as we take over other stuff around here, they'll probably have no choice, right? So you actually like us as well. How's Sienna feel about us? Can I... How can I lack the favors? Okay, let's, where can I get favors? Their opinion is less than 10. So, if I want to isolate them from that, that's really annoying. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but... Okay, let's try to curry favors with them, and then make them get away from Pisa. Even though I kind of want them to invade anyways. It won't hurt having the favors. Even if I don't use them for that. Well, at least the 100 Years' War is going well for everyone. Snuggling is an activity that even the most simple-minded can decide to pursue. The only difference between a clever snuggler and a bad one is that the latter gets caught. The more worrisome ones are those with a genuine talent for knowing whom to bribe and what lies to tell so they can evade capture. Unfortunately, as snuggling grows more profitable, the numbers of such men tend to swell. We've been on the trail of a particularly wily band of snugglers recently, and the web of deceit that they have managed to weave in order to maintain their operations continues to surprise us. Okay. Lose some money. Recruit as spies or ignore. What does this get us? Trade efficiency -2? Let's ignore them. Blackguard was going to ask why I was streaming on Thanksgiving. Yes, I am Canadian. My Thanksgiving was long ago. A long, long time ago. I think I streamed on it too, so it doesn't really matter. I don't have any family in the city. My nearest family is like 10 hours away. So, have I tried Anno? Yep, I've got a few streams up on it already. And there will be more next week, probably. But we got Anno and EU started around the same time. Oh, spread of Les Miserables. Composed of the most impoverished individuals in society, the so-called Miserables have joined the uprising among the Popolo Minuto. They demand relief from extreme poverty and destitution as well as fair distribution of wealth. They often participate in protests and demonstrations seeking social and economic reforms to improve the dire living conditions. Their presence highlights the desperate plight of the most marginalized members of society during the tumultuous period of the Kyompi revolts. I don't have money to do that. But... well, we can get a loan. Okay, I'm gonna do some reforms potentially. Do I go through that here? Okay. Let's do commoners. Communal lands that are happy and they get more power for... no, that's noble power. Rural, peasant levy size minus 20%. We can't really do that. Only 5% happiness, but I don't care about the clergy as much. Let's give them that. See if they can stop. Okay, forming Tuscany. That is kind of our first goal here. We need all of those, and if like we're getting the Tuscan culture spreading as well. I would love a Star Wars Anno. And I don't know if Anno, what is it, 2205 or whatever the sci-fi one is, actually gets close enough to that. But patricians are unhappy. Are there any things that I can give you? Max control. That's probably not something the commoners want. Again, the clergy are the real losers in this situation. Our Luca presented what they claim is a perfectly legitimate claim on province, Casus Belli. Okay, well, don't. How about that? Who are your... I have seen the Star Wars Starfield mod, but it is like jam-packed with AI-generated stuff. If it's the same one that I looked at originally, the one with like the Yuzon Vong storyline. So I wasn't super impressed with that. Okay. What are our options? 77, 75, 26. 87, 33, 73. So you're... I think our best admin is... okay, we got that. So... what are the best admin there? Let's do research first. Diplomatic capacity, cultural tradition. What's this one do? Or experience of the Baltic Crusades. Army tradition increases. Let's do scholarly treatises. If we're messing around with institutions a lot, that'll be worthwhile. When do we get Alderaan Universalis V? I mean, there's the Hoy mod. That's like Palpatine's something. Palpatine's Gamble. There's a, yeah, Hoy 4-1 that you want to try. Can you... literally nobody... you are unlovable. I'm sorry, buddy. 36. Okay, he's nearly dead, but like, it's not that nearly dead. But unlovable. Marry a lowborn? Oh, that's disgraceful, really? How disgraceful? Wouldn't the commoners be like, yeah. My mic is cutting out. Testing. How's that? Well, we'll stick with that. We're still like 4 years away from being able to invade them. Truces, that's 1352. I thought it was like 1341. Why is this? Okay, who do I... If that's... We need Pistoia, we need Cortana, we need that one, we need all of Siena. We need you, okay. You... How do you all feel about me? They all like me. Makes it much... Here's what I'll do, though. Let's... Who was I making... I was getting favors with you. Yeah, and we can... try to pull some people from there. I unplugged and replugged everything a bit. Where's the... advancements? Special Armies is starting in Genova. We can adopt at some point. Okay. That's fun, Flaggar. I have a Papercraft Millennium Falcon to make at some point. A few slightly shady-looking characters have appeared at our court, offering their services to our consul. They claim to be willing and able to do things any proper ruler would never deign to do publicly. For we don't have much money. I mean, I don't think I needed more spies there. I'll take the prestige at this point. Why do you hate me so? Well, it's not even like they actually hate me, but they did break the alliance. But I guess it's because they're just slightly over, so if they weren't, then... 96. How are you at this point? Population, cultures. Hold on, I'm busy. They're still, I don't know if there's something pulling them towards that. Are you? Yeah, you're in that province. That's probably why they were trying to claim it. But how is our control? That's about as good as that can be. Let's do... you're not great militarily. Are any of you great militarily? What, is anyone doing anything they shouldn't be? You're doing something admin when you're kind of shit at admin, but like we have... You're fine where you are. You should really be doing something admin-y. Ooh. Can we make like a whole ass new culture? That'd be kind of sick. I should maybe get you to develop province of... Just develop Florence. Because we'll have Florence as like an urban center someday. And Arezzo is where we're doing whining? No, Florence is whining. It's fine. Okay, what are we doing? Recognizing the grievances of the lower classes, Consul Taddeo Gallo's many advisors demand he try to weaken the influence of the ruling oligarchy and address the social and economic disparities by challenging the strongholds of noble power within the country. Challenge their authority. Lose the patrician satisfaction and noble satisfaction. We'll go to plutocracy. Thank you, Lich Lord, for subscribing. Very appreciated. For 37 months. Very epic. What's the... What do these numbers actually directly represent? Events, lack of pop needs, local unrest. Like, I don't know if I can actually do anything about the pop needs. They need books. Is there anything I can do with trading for that? We're just losing money right now, too. And we're not taxing anyone anything. I think I have to get some money. Because, like, taxes are not their biggest thing right now. And maybe with some taxes, I can do something to make them less angry at me. Please. Look, we need the taxes. Nothing we can do. Let's see. If we do this in... help us at all with food? What are you? You're beeswax missing. I can't tell what the inputs are. What is... Does the beeswax needs that, or something needs beeswax? Something needs beeswax. Okay. Where can we import... Can we come from the Paris market? Okay, I'm not touching trade for now. Do we have... Okay, I didn't want to attack Lucca because they could be... Corona Wolgast, we are slightly stronger. The Teutonic Knights with real soldiers. Well, let's see how close we actually are to you actually being okay with joining. Minus 17 now. All falling apart. My family's doing well, thank you. I'm not going to sell you a location. Everyone's going to rebel. Patricians especially. So these guys... What are you upset from? Lacking beeswax, pearls, gems, books, sturdy grains, legumes, olives, wheat, fruit, and rice. And from events, there's minus 49. That's really the big thing is from events. Yeah, no camera right now. Maybe later. Literacy access good. Like it's I don't know that I can really do much for the market access. I don't think I can expand my RGOs right now to sell and then buy anything. Yep, the office is mostly done. I still have the edge of the... Yeah, I'll just turn it on. I still have the... This doesn't mess everything up. I still have some trim to do. That'll disappear the game for a second. Sorry. All right. I can go right here. Oh, game crashed. Relaunching. See what our save did then. Perfect. I'm not sure when it last auto-saved. Do I control which ads pop up? No. The ads people individually get shown are based on your data, essentially. 47, 10. Okay, this can't be that far. So I technically have control over when ads get shown to some degree, but people's individual ads that they see are based on their own profile and whether anyone wants to. Like, sometimes people will buy ads on a specific channel, like on the YouTube side more so. People can say like, oh, I want an ad to show on that person's channel, and then it'll show to whoever's watching. But that's something you only really see with with larger channels. All right. Hopefully we're back now. Like, there's nothing I can really do in the short term to make these rebels happier. Because I don't know what I can do about our markets. Like, they're missing goods, and there's... I can't really buy that. The RGO builder... We don't have the money to expand our GOs. We don't have lumber for this one. All right. I'm going to defund diplomatic spending. We're going to go like the bare minimum for that. Actually, I'll automate this to keep going. I'll leave that because we're kind of climbing back up with everything. And minting, we could get a little bit of inflation. I have a Diet Coke yet today. I don't drink Diet Coke. I drink regular Coke or Coke Zero. Diet tastes disgusting. And Zero, I'll only drink with food. Because otherwise it is also disgusting. Everyone keeps passing around this loan. Are you ever going to want to stay in an alliance? They wouldn't. They wouldn't want to do that. Just go around asking for food access. Granting food access when we can. A Sprite cranberry. That doesn't sound good. I gotta be honest. Is there anyone that wants to like pull me into a war? I wouldn't say no to a war. As long as everyone in the neighborhood kind of likes me, it's gonna be hard to get into wars. Are those all the same culture? Where's the next culture end? The Emilians end around Venice. You're mostly Venetian, a little bit Emilian. Like, unfortunately for them, the Emilian culture is probably getting a little bit absorbed, or will be absorbed long term. That's the whole goal. How's this culture going? 57. This is barely doing anything. Where? Yeah, you're in the Florence provincially. Okay. Can almost expand our RGO. And can I pay off more of the debt? 214. We can't do that yet. Now this 9% interest, that's ridiculous. I refinanced like I moved the car from a actual car loan to a line of credit because we were at 9% and that's too much. Our policies are evoking widespread discontent among the patricians. It seems like they are misinterpreting them in a way contrary to our intentions, to the degree that our opponents hold them up as proof of the government's ill will. Lose 5 prestige. I mean, do we need prestige? No. We need satisfaction. They demand satisfaction. We're getting favors with you. I don't think I want to spend anything yet. Let's invite settlers to Luca. Unfortunately, Flagar, there are parts of speech rules around that. Nouns and verbs. No pronouns. We went through this before. Caused too many problems. It's in the fine print. Lose money, research. I don't want to give up Republican tradition, but I kind of have to there. All right, let's go with Arezzo. Because we're getting Tuscan people in here. Maybe I should have sent it the other way. Eventually, that'll still build our tax base up. That's okay. Stability. Can I increase the spending on that a little bit? I don't really want to. I don't want to lose our money that much. Okay, is there anything else that I can turn down? Getting Republican tradition still. I can get that a little bit. We're already spending like nothing. Okay, what can I actually let's pause briefly. That's not the pause button, that is the Age of Renaissance button. What can we actually do about our food issues? Like I'm automating this, right? Genova market, there's the other market. Can I That's automated. It's horses, wine. It's really just horses and wine and shit we can do. So we buy from the other markets. That's how that works. Fruit building. I guess I could see if I can do this, but I guess it's the beeswax that we're missing out on, right? That's limiting the orchard. Is there a way to get? I guess general food capacity up. Like I don't know if I can just upgrade everything else and then hope the. Hmm. Everyone's good on food. We're getting some wheat from Krakow. Yeah, I've got it automated, and on both of them, and I wouldn't be able to do anything better. Let's automate all that. There. Okay, so now that they've fixed that, how does that... Gems coming in. There's legumes coming in. Okay, you know what you're doing. Am I selling? I guess we're selling marble. Okay, if I build that up, we would be able to build up some RGOs for. Are we doing anything with marble? I think we are. Uh, I don't think we're under threat from the black peg yet, right? Oh no, we are. No, lose stability. I wanted to procure remedies. I should have done that earlier. Sponsor mass forgiveness. Does this clergy power goes up? Peasant disease resistance -10%. You mean this doesn't actually do anything? Controlling the food market. We're really under. I don't think we know what a hospital is yet. Yeah, we don't know what a hospital is yet. There's a Captain Rex poster from Displate that you're interested in. I think they're one of the few companies that if I was offered a sponsorship, I would actually take it. So Displate, if you're watching and you want to, I've been offered a sponsorship by like a blind company, like for blinds, the things that go on windows, and I don't understand. I'm not sure how, not sure why, but how's all this going? I really don't understand what the end goal for this is going to be. Okay, in the 100 Years' War, how are you guys doing? You guys nice and worry? I like France is just going to get really powerful, and they're very close. So I'd like to go with France. Okay, we don't need to see cultures right now. Yes, is there a disease access here without just the like health? Ooh, there's slaves going that way. Don't like that. Sell out for Raid Shadow Legends? Look, I would. Okay, all the employees are dying, I think is part of the problem. Can we see how many people have died? Country deaths, 29,000. Our population wasn't that high to begin with. 58,000. Ugh. Okay, what's the... No location has the disease present. You don't say. Look, Flagar, you can pick a different word, but can't be. It has to be a noun or a verb. I think I might have included adjective in that as well. It's on the pop up when you redeem the thing, but pronouns aren't allowed. Which sounds like a weird like right wing Twitter account, but it's just a part of speech that I need. I'm specifically saying you can't ban the pronouns. I'm banning pronouns. We're still we're I want the remedies. Like we don't know what a hospital is. No one knows what hospital is. I guess we're actually fairly close to being able to invade, which, like, it sounds like it's, in the middle of a disease that's killing the entire world. Do the word. Okay, the word fairly is now banned. Welcome back, Rebel. They did get another ally there. Diplomatic capacity, cultural tradition, improve relations, grant privilege cost, minus 10%. Let's do that. Ooh, max RGO size. Well, max RGO size doesn't matter when we got no people. Like, we've just, everyone's just dying. Everyone is just dying. Present scapegoats. Gain some stability from presenting scapegoats, Top convert. Okay, so peasants get unhappy. Okay, that's not what we want to do. Burger estates, less foreigners banned from imports and exports. I mean, we're already riddled with the stuff. So it doesn't really do us any good to block it now. What's a few more? God damn. Our population has been decimated. Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Surely by doing nothing, we will. Professional armies. It's actually kind of cheap to get professional armies now. Where? How do I embrace the $16 and 23 stability? Okay, we can wait till that's a bit more exposed. Look, it may seem bad to build armies while people are starving, or while people are they're not starving, they're sick. This is different. No one's starving. We in fact have more food than we need. Let's be clear on this. I'm not going to give you any more privileges right now. I'll give you privileges. Let's do some hunting permits. I don't see why any of them should be upset by that, TBH. But I can get some money from you now. I like setting this manually, so I'm gonna do that. Like, no one's that upset anymore. You're already taxed to the max. We're losing some of the issues that we had before. We're making some money. Look, so here's my argument for the army right now. Everyone's dying already. It's a perfect opportunity for us to invade Pisa. Expand our territory. Okay, let's see. Who do we lose? Republican tradition. No thanks. I'm not sure why this loses. Because they're already somewhere else? Well, let's go with you. How's this going? It takes quite some time, eh? A few generations, maybe. The clergy are meant to be incorruptible. After all, that is what they preach. However, it seems they do not always live up to their own teachings. A scandal has broken out surrounding several of their leading figures, who, instead of providing our people with honest spiritual guidance, appear to have made themselves obscenely rich. Cleanse the temple. Ooh, but we can get money. Or we can cleanse the temple. Get some stability. But we can get money. Let's get the money. I like money. Flag is punishment. The end times are upon us. Or at least so claim the ever-growing groups of flagellants that wander throughout the countryside, processioning and preaching of apocalyptic events to come as punishment for our pride, which only through Christ's ire as flagellation can we dispel. While originally having the support of the church, these groups have strayed too far from doctrine to be sanctioned anymore. The clergy believe that they must be stamped out to prevent them from undermining stability. Disperse the flagellant gatherings, which make the commoners unhappy. Have the spread of bubonic plague reduced by 5% at the expense of 15% pop satisfaction, or lose stability and gain. Okay, we're gonna stop flagellating. I do like that there's a benefit to that just accidentally from clearing out public gatherings. That's kind of funny. I'm not sure what that would really look like, Flagar. Like we're running out of people. That's fine. Okay, was there an easy way to just build up the RGO from here? Burn the expired medications, or they pay for them. Oh, well, we're gonna lose the money we just got. Damn. Okay, I think better off just losing that money. The Cardinals and the Curia have come to a conclusion and have now enacted Ilias qui se pro divini. Less antagonism. Okay, we need to slow this down a little bit, maybe. Patricians and commoners alike are currently waging a war of culture over the best behavior to ward off the plague. Some lock themselves away at home, eating little and praying much, hoping that austerity will save them. Others break into abandoned houses, drink like the plague will take them tomorrow, and indulge in sin until sunrise. We don't know if either of these behaviors will actually alleviate the plague, but supporting one of them might prove beneficial to the state. We gotta be austere. Where do we hold on? Is everywhere connected by roads? I don't have money anyways. I can't think about roads at a time like this. Can't think about roads. Well, I know you like me, but well, you don't like me that much. That gets Verona, Genoa, and Wolgast. The farther you go up there, the more actual armies there are. It's just peace in Siena now. So once this truce expires, which is pretty close, we will be able to invade. Can I just maybe automate? I am automating buildings. No. Yes, I am automating that. Maybe next game I won't, but I don't know what I'm doing yet. Like we're perfectly fine on food. I guess that's why we're spending money once we're above 50. Yeah, I think it's nothing when you automate will spend below 50 bucks. I think that's what it is. And how are our taxes? Minting is dropped significantly. See you, Flaker. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Everyone's just upset because of the plague. The plague ruins everything. Oh, the plague is not ruining everything. Luca presented what they claim is a perfectly legitimate, dubious claim when province cast its belly on us. How dare you? Okay. That's just thrown in Genoa. Like we would be dealing with Verona and Genoa, but they're a bit farther away. I think I need to wait for this one. Like I just want to do Pisa. You guys like me enough that eventually. Oh, they actually don't like us that much. If I attacked you, that's Volterra, Cortona, and Pistoia. Pistoia there. Would Cortana do it? The thing is, we'd be pretty spread out. Like, I really still feel like Pisa is the best one to get. And it's so far away. Who's... Are people at war? Huh. There's the... What are the colors? What do they mean? Oh, royal marriage. Sienna... I'd rather not invade Sienna immediately, but it could be a good idea. Well, who would that bring into the war with them? Sienna, Pisa, and Urbino. So I think Pisa is still number one. Since our advisors started influencing the trade developments in Florence, internal trade has been strengthened at the cost of curtailed imports and increased state regulation. While the advisors' decisions to improve infrastructure have been appreciated, recent suggestions have caused many influential people to question their philosophy. Lose Republican tradition or lose prestige. We have no other prestige. I think we're building Republican tradition a bit faster. So Let's see. Is there anything I can actually pass? I don't think anyone... There's nothing we can really get out of this. Okay, you were going to improve opinion. We could easily see patrician insurgents soon. If there's commoner insurgents, I'm going to side with them and then reform the government and become whatever the hell they want. Gain religious influence, gain stability, loosen papal state. Okay, that's fine. What's going on here? To Cortona. Can I see the war? The whole ass war? Where's the relations? The Cass's belly. National organizations. Okay. Girlies are fighting. It's always a nice time to declare war on other people while they're already at war. That'd be a thing. But I'd lose so much diplomatic standing if I did anything to them. Okay, we can research now. Cultural tradition, monthly army, RGO size. Let's do RGO size. I guess that's the current size, not... No, wait, it's maximum. So I don't think it automatically does anything without us being maxed out on the RGOs. Okay. I don't think I can really do anything with that right now. Is this plus 80 per, like, is that plus 80 people per day? Or per month or whatever, per unit measurement? Really wanted to get into that war today. The burghers are not the sole authority within their city, as the clergy have also got a strong presence in most big cities that dates back to when each town's initial founding. I am going to side with the burghers always over the clergy. Well, I'm not. I'm going to try to remove a lot of religious influence in our long term, especially because they don't taxes. A little bit more money. Hold on. Wait, wait. That's the court. We're getting that. Where's stability? I'm not sure if we can make prestige be higher. So I think if we just increase the Republican tradition a little bit faster, we'll spend $2 on that. Okay. What are our options? 33. I think we're gonna. I would have wanted to stay with the same console, but let's go with you. Get a new cabinet member. This is a diplomatic one. So what's the highest diplomatic one we have? The old consul. It seems as if commoners are moving out of the hinterlands of Pescia and aiming to earn a living in Prato. This is creating turmoil in the countryside of Pescia, but Prato may benefit in the long run. They're unhappy. I think do that. I have no idea what that was. A new heresy has appeared in Christianity. Clearly, these are people who do not understand that the only true faith is Catholicism. That is not in our territory. Okay, pay the loan. We're going to have the other one coming up soon, too, and that'll be... Might have to extend some of them. Commoners are unhappy because of all that shit now, too. Okay, I really just want this war to happen. Was I wrong about the date, though, just in case? 4th November, end of next year. So it's still ages away. I mean, I'm going to be at war with you anyways, but the whole point is to get Pisa. If I can stabilize anything in the meantime, at least. The patricians are probably going to insert themselves into the war. Unless I kill them all. Lacking books and sturdy grains. They'll have to deal with it. Here, patricians, do you want to just not be taxed right now? That doesn't even do anything. Give me the money back. We can repay this one. Repay that one. We gotta extend this one. Gotta extend all the other ones. The Black Death has left us behind, so I'm gonna repeal this. We can lose stability for some research, or we can gain stability and lose some research progress. I'm gonna do that one. We have like, the stability is bad. Oh, another new outbreak. Hi, puppy. Well, people just love dying of stuff. You want in the chair? Ooh, a civil war. Not, where's the levies? The nobles are up. Raise all levies. Russia rebellion. From Florence to Siena, we can compensate them, lose some money. We're already gonna lose them. We're gonna lose 40,000. Compensate them. Okay, we need our levies. The war were declared, but not the war I wanted. So, like for some of them, I'm gonna create subjects after we take stuff over, but we taking our sweet time. Hi, puppy. You're looking at those? You can't have those. You can't have those. You must be given them. You cannot venture to them. That's the desk. Can't walk onto it. Them's the brakes, kid. Them's the brakes, kid. Okay, we're about to have our army. In we go. A lot of people to kill. The clergy are gonna... It's better to not just get into a war like this, Kazu, but there's gonna be clergies and burghers and common. Everyone's gonna revolt. Okay. Where do I disband you? Guess I can just do this. All right, just in time for the truce to expire. So we're gonna invade Pisa. I know there's a lot of rebels. I know everyone's a little unhappy these days. There. I'm gonna automate you, I guess. I'll automate the taxes. Because we're floating up and down too much with that, but we can still make a reasonable amount of money that way. And we just gotta get to 2 more months. See? You can't go into the fish tank either. Holland have publicly professed their trust in us. Okay. Good for them. Hills have been researched. Okay. I think that truce is now expired. So let's do food production. And let's do something stupid. We need stability. God damn it. Because it's going to cost 43 stability. All right, we're an unstable mess. That's sad. No war for us. Everything's falling apart. All right, I think we're going to leave it there for today. I don't know if we'll I'll probably try to continue on with this save. I don't know if we'll maybe restart for another attempt next time. See if I can avoid some of the mistakes that got us to this point. Everything kind of just fluctuates up and down. We're just so negative instability right now. But thank you for watching. Hope you are enjoying the EU5. And I hope to see you next time. I think someone wants to go outside. What are we doing? What are we doing here?